Hospitality starts in just the way you would want to be treated if you were going to another country. Think about what you would appreciate if you were going to another country. What kind of hospitality would you appreciate? That's just the way people coming into our country. They have left their home. Many of them have suffered very, very much. And some of the people are traumatized. And they're looking for relationships. They're looking for people who will love them and care for them. And so I think just put yourself in the place of the other person is very helpful. In our community in the United States, we have many refugees coming into our community. There's one Maine who came. He'd been there for 3 years. His wife was not able to come. He had to leave the country because it was not safe for him to be there anymore. So he went to another country and yet another country before he was able to get to the United States. His family, eventually he was able to get them out of their country. It's very dangerous for them as well. And they went to another country, and they had to stay there for 3 years without the father, without the husband. Finally, they were able to come to our community. A mother with the 5 children came into our community. So what should we do to welcome them? What we decided, a number of us, about 5 of us from our fellowship, said, what can we do to help these people? So what we did is we went into their home. They were living not so far from us. And we took lots and lots of food. We took flowers. We said, what can we do to help you? And so we will continue to be in touch with this family. Are there ways that we can help you? All right. We will continue to stay in touch with this family. We hope to have them to our home for a meal. My husband plans to have a cup of tea with the father in the family. One of our members of the team who visited that day will be in regular contact with this family to see if there are needs. And so together we will continue to be involved with this family to make them feel welcome, to share hospitality. So we're grateful that we have become acquainted with this family, and we hope to learn to know them better.
It's important to remember that Muhammad was an orphan boy. His father died before he was born, and his mother just shortly after he was born. So he grew up as an orphan boy, and Jesus was a refugee in Egypt. And so both these movements, Islam and the Christian faith, are very much grounded in orphan stories. And the Quran is just very, very impressed with how concerned God is for the orphan. Same way with the Bible. God is concerned for the orphan. So learn to express compassion in any way possible. I thank God for tea. Seriously. It is amazing how often a cup of tea begins to build bridges. When that pastor felt he should try to meet this commander of the Hezbollah, who had caused so much grief to so many, his weapon was a cup of tea. And there's something about drinking tea together that seems to open doors. My wife and I often chuckle about that. God thought of everything when he created the world, including what will people drink when they are needing to have some conversation about something important. Cup of tea. I am very impressed with the way in which Switzerland, Germany, and other European countries have opened their arms to the refugee. It is most commendable and essential, necessary. But you have stepped forward boldly, bravely, creatively, sacrificially, and have said, welcome. Continue to say welcome. I am saddened by some of what has happened in the United States in regards to the refugee. And we are attempting, as possible, to be in touch with the political leadership in our country about this less kindly attitude toward the refugee. But there is where the church has a very special responsibility to express the compassion of God in these very, very difficult times. I mean, imagine Jordan itself, 4 million refugees, little Jordan. And imagine what Germany and Switzerland and other countries here in Europe have done. It has been very good. Don't get weary in well-doing. The wars are not yet over. More refugees are on the way. How do we respond in times like this? My Pakistani friend loves to talk about politics. So when he and I get together, I know what the agenda will be. You know, the beautiful thing about tea is that the conversation flows in the directions of interest. And so you don't pre-plan how the conversation will go. But it always unfolds.